Andrew Stafford, president of Prevail. I'm here today, very excited to talk about one of Prevail's biggest topics with Kerry Lawing, our CEO, which is our private capital, venture capital fund. Kerry, talk a little bit about private markets, what it is, how we've approached it, kind of give us an overview of what we built.
So as we go back and think about the last 2 or 3 years, I think most people believe that alternatives have a place, not instead of, but alongside with public markets, private markets,
In
because
addition to.
they don't normally go the same direction.
Right.
We started this idea and researching it probably under 7 or 8 years ago, that with data we could prove that the best balance of risk and return is how they work together. So that's, and most people I think would to some degree agree with that.
Right.
They might disagree with the percentages, they might disagree over the sectors, but I think conceptually they'd agree with that. We approached this that we believed our clients need exposure to things, and most of the people we work with either have ran, sold a private business, or have somebody that they know. So they're familiar with that space, maybe at times more so than some of the publicly traded companies.
Right.
So how we got here is we've already looked at it that way. The journey has been one that I've been a little surprised by.
Yeah, it was the concept of bringing the non-correlated assets, which for clients means it doesn't move like the markets move, right? Private investments. So we set out, and we've done this with a lot of different things. We set out to build something. We think it's going to, kind of end up one way. It's been drastically different. But talk a little bit about how we designed it initially to what has actually happened for the client's perspective.
So I want to back up just a little bit before I go there. What caused us to get in that space is we went to annual meetings with several different funds, and we didn't like the way it was built.
Right.
And we, at Prevail and our team, came from the public market side. Lots of data, lots of information, lots of engagement with very smart people across a lot of sectors.
Right.
So we brought that market experience over in the way we viewed private markets.
Right.
So to us, how I thought it was going to work is not how it worked. We haven't done one transaction to date in the actual Midwest.
Right.
We're a Midwest firm. So we have traveled all over the world, countries, cities, people.
Saudi Arabia, London. I mean, your travel schedule's been great. You're getting a lot of miles.
Yeah, and hopefully my wife appreciates it when I come home each time. But the idea being, every business is about relationships.
Yep.
No matter what you say, and we will not take a single transaction that is not introduced to us from a relationship.
Right.
So over the last year to date, and I'm probably close, I'm rounding, but we have vetted 400 transactions.
That's incredible. 400.
And out of the 400, we have financially underwritten all the way through about 100, give or take. And we to date have 14 portfolio companies. We had 2 that we made term sheets on that we didn't get.
Right.
So said differently, about 3%. We said no to 97% of the transactions, and all those had to come from a relationship.
Yeah.
I would have never bet that it would have been just like every other business initially, but it is, right?
Yeah. You're cycling through all the bad. And I think what's great about, when you say 97 don't make it in, it gives you perspective seeing that many companies to really have a good differentiation between the good and the bad.
Yes. And then the other thing is, as you know, in public markets, the sector matters first.
Right.
Then it's well-ran companies. If you take a well-ran company in a bad sector, statistically speaking, pretty hard to make money.
Right.
But if you take the right sector and then companies that have sales, debt, good moats, you're probably going to do pretty well.
Right.
So we picked fintech, which we thought was really important. We took medtech, medical devices. We thought that was important. Department of Defense, or today it's Department of War, those type of things within the US, we thought that was important. We also took things that are tied to clean water, clean energy. So those are our 4 tech buckets. And then we have a place for opportunistic, which are companies that we think are in the right spot. Now, in every example, each one of those businesses had to be at an inflection point. Something happening in their business that was going to create competition and a moat that we thought the timing was really important.
Right.
And so to us, part of the way you de-risk it is you get rid of people that are not far enough along, and you're there at the right time.